Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're taking a look here at March soybean oil. This was our trade of the day. We were watching, you notice from your low right back here that we made back in January. We made a perfect ABCD right at the number of the day at 44.21. The low was 44.19. Wow, right on the money. And now you can see it's moved about $700 in the right direction, which is always a good start that you like to see. So I'll get this out of the way here. I need to show you what we're watching here. I showed you the Dow Jones. I want you to notice here that the fact that we have gone substantially above that with this. However, if you look at the actual Dow Jones index itself, sent to us by our good friend over in the UK, Mr. AW, Mr. Alan Smith, there's where we are right now, folks. We're right up against it right here. We're at one standard deviation as we speak right now with the futures at 44,700, and we got the Dow at 44, 44, 45 or something like that. Equal moves. This is one standard deviation. This is usually when the things come in. Now notice you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days up. This was different than what I was expecting because I thought the market was following along with this program right here that I still think is possible, but it's getting a little bit testy here. Here is the 1929 market. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days up. We're 9 days up into this one. This one only made an exact 61% retracement. This one is at the 78% level. But folks, we've got January 23rd looking at us, and that is a big deal. And the reason why it's a big deal, because if you look at the chart, this is January, I'm just to show you, this is the bottom of the stock market in 1932, July 5th. You see how they're all lined up like this? This means a whole bunch of cycles coming together. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many do we have going now? 6. Very, very similar. So that's what you want to see. And on March the 5th, of 09, we had a whole bunch of them lined up just like this, just like we have coming in today on January 23rd. Whether it means anything or not, I don't know, but it's worked in the past, so you take a little gamble and see. Had a beautiful trade set up today while the Prince was speaking over there in Dubai, Davos, Switzerland. Look at this, folks. 3 drive to a top exactly at the 61% retracement. Look at this. This is when he started speaking, was right here. You were already in the trade, and that is a big move, folks. That's the tune of about $2,500. It went a little bit lower, but it did complete the big ABCD to the downside. Those are the kinds that you want to be watching. I didn't even know he was speaking over there, actually, folks. Someone told me, I said, what happened? And then they told me that the DJT was over there doing that information stuff that he was working on. Okay, now here's another one that's still in vogue, but still a chance. Now, this is the Dow Jones Transportation. We're trading above, just a tiny bit above 72. I think we're at 72.19 right now. There it is right there. You can see the ABCD pattern. So this head and shoulders is still intact by easy. It's not a problem. It's only the futures that have pushed the market a little bit higher. Now, let's get back here and take a quick look at the market that's really been running the big daddy rabbit, and that is the NASDAQ. Because if you remember yesterday, we started following that in here. If you remember, this was the first time. Remember, we had the first, well, you can't see it because the darn thing's so small. Yesterday it wasn't that small, but today it is. There was your first 382 retracement here. Here was your second one. There was your first ABCD, folks. Absolutely perfect. And then bang, down it went. And then today what we've done is we've rallied up to a 50% retracement of that move, backed off. Now we're back up to the 382 right now. Looking at this on the daily, look at that, folks. Spot on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days up. If this isn't a high in here, folks, I was going to have some egg on my face, but I am not into anything right now. I'm waiting to see what happens at the end of the day, and that's when I will try. Tried the S&P or the Dow Jones yesterday for 100 points, lost $500 in that, and I said, nope, got to wait. And now it's gone a little bit higher. So I'll watch it again tomorrow, if maybe even later today, but I've got to get this day out of the way because this is a really big astro day, folks. It really is. There's just no other way to put it. And if we look here at the S&P here, I'll just show you what I did right here. This is one that didn't work. I had a 382 pattern right here at 28. Okay, now what I did is I put my stop right above here at 38. I'm risking 10 points, okay? And that's all I'm doing. I still have it in there. I haven't changed anything. Why do I think it's going to go any higher? Yes, it's possible, but when I put on a trade, I have to decide whether I want to put my stop. And what I did on this, I could have done this legitimately and put it above the 786 here and not risk very much, but I've had such a good day in the crude oil and the gold and a couple other things. I could have put my stop right there at 32, but I decided to leave it up here at 38. So, and the only reason is I have a bearish bias, folks. I know it's hard. You know, I'm not putting a lot of trades out on this right now because it's a little too risky. But for me, you know, I'm trading stuff in and out during the day, so I pick up a buck or two here, buck or two there. But we're seeing so many divergences that it's really amazing. And I haven't seen this much gushing. Folks, when Reagan got elected, the old, what do you call it? Here was the Russell today. It came down to the 50%, and all we're doing so far in the Russell is getting back to the back up to the 61% where it's trading right now. That doesn't mean it can't go a lot higher, and it might, but this is a big day going on here in the stock market cycle-wise. Now, sometimes these cycles don't work, but boy, folks, I went over a lot of these over the years. At 20-minute and I and Dr. Miller were looking at this, and boy, we didn't miss any of the big ones. I mean, when you get these things lined up like this, it's a big deal. Now, maybe it takes a day or two to get it to work, and maybe the enthusiasm of a new president is going to be something great. And it already is great. You can see some of the things that are already happening, but that's what we're watching here right now. Here's one that I wanted to show you, a trade setup that I had that just missed. I had it. It looked really good because I had I sold the first retracement here. That was the 382 right there, and I made $8 on that. And then I wanted to buy this pullback right here. I was waiting for it right here at 46. It gets down to 49, and then I see late. You know, this is 10 minutes late, but there's the 382 right here, and boom, away it went. And of course, what did it do? It completed the A, B, C, D pattern all the way up here. This is an RSI that I'm experimenting with something. These things that we've added here are the harmonic times that we get right out of the Floor Trader's Handbook. You'll see they're pretty good. Now, here's the edge of one. This one's spot on. This one misses it by quite a bit, so that one didn't work. But that was a big A, B, C, D to the downside here in the gold. I think if you looked at this on a 13-minute, you could see that it was a real easy one. There it is right there. There was the one in the middle of the night that I posted before it happened, if you remember, on the video. And there we are, boom, bang, bing, right at the bottom. And that's where we were looking to be a buyer. Hang on here, folks. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
This market has turned red, Tigers, and the question we should be asking ourselves is how to position for a potential bear market. Plenty of gains can be made in bull markets, but if we've entered bearish territory, that strategy needs to change. So, how do we pivot so we can see green in the red? Join Larry this month, January 10th and 24th for live trading action. You'll sit next to Larry as he places live trades, explains his methodology, and answers questions live. Larry brings his decades of trading knowledge directly to you, teaching you how to navigate this shifting market. Go to the front page of TFNN.com today and secure your spot fast for live trading Fridays with Larry Pesavento. Happy New Year, Tigers. We'll see you January 10th and 24th. TFNN. Educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening Call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, and now it seems like we may be traversing back to all-time highs. In short, this market has been a whiplash and requires constant pivoting. Where does the market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 4 hours of live trading. Larry's been through many markets just like this one, and his insights are invaluable. The next event is this Friday, January 24th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. If you subscribe today, you'll also be able to attend his session February 8th. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
Looking at for today, there was yesterday's high. We made a 382. I put this in the video last night or early this morning at 2 o'clock that I sent it out. We said we should get a rally here. We did 1 hour rally right before the open, right near the open, and then it's come down and it's made a little bit of money, $500 or so. Yeah, just about $500, but not enough. But for day trading, that's not a bad deal. Talking about the stock market, folks, the one thing I'm not going to do here, and I have losing trades just like everybody else, but boy, folks, the one thing I will promise, I'm going to promise you the best of my ability, I'm not going to sit here and do something like this. Let me show you right here. I'm not going to say that we're going to get short right here and then we're going to wait and see what happens. No way. What I would have been looking at today would have been selling at 44,502 because that would still have made the 78% level. Two things made me a tiny, tiny bit suspect that just literally I was surprised to even hear. Jeff Hughes brought it to my attention. I want to bring it to your attention right here. This comes out of Yahoo because I don't get this data on the QQQ and stuff, but here is the QQQ and here is the S&P 500 index. Now, the S&P 500 index took out the highs by one tick, okay? Well, I don't know what it's doing today, but we had 6,100 on that day. Right there it is right there. 6,100 is what we hit. That had not been that high. The futures are a long way away. They're 30 point. Well, that's not a long way anymore. It's about 30 points away from new all-time high. Now, if they make new all-time highs, boy, that's going to change a lot of things about my studying Fibonacci and cycles because I really believe in that cycle that we've been watching for a very, very long time. I'll bring it up to you one more time to show you how important that is to me. The actual high on the Dow Jones was that was December 6th. The U.S. stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange index topped on this day right here, 27th. And right now it is setting, as I saw, just a tad shy of the 78% level. So there are parts of the market that are making new highs. But remember, we've got a new president and it's a love fest going on like nothing we've ever seen before. Well, we haven't seen it in a long time anyway. But that's what we're paying close attention to. All right. Now, like I said before, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm going to sell it here. I'm always put a stop in. When I'm wrong, I get out, because there's just too many opportunities you can hit when you're going for it. Here's one today that someone asked me about. This is American Express. Where should I sell American Express? I put this out early this morning. This was from yesterday. The high today in American Express was 326. It measured to 325. You had two numbers right up there, and the last time I saw it, it was 322. I don't know what it's doing right now. As a matter of fact, that gives us a reason to go up and take a quick look at American Express and see where we think we are right now. And that would be right there. And we just put an 8-minute up and see where we are. Well, we're back to 325. We came all the way back down, and there we are again at 325. We've dropped $3, and now we're back. That is why the Dow Jones is rallying. That's one of the ones that is making the market move, as is the old stock that nobody loves anymore, but will soon love it again, and that is Apple. We'll get this up here on a smaller time frame, because you see it's having a pretty good up day today. Well, it was. It looks like it sold off already. Let's see where it stopped versus the other high. There's a high that we made back in here. We'll just do both of these just in case. I think this one here is just a shade off of the exact 382. It goes to the almost to the exact 618. So let's measure this one and see if that comes to the 382. And as you can see, it is absolutely spot on today at 326, and now it's at 323, and it looks like it is now down on the day. And that's what it's saying here from looking at this. Let's just refresh 2 days, because maybe we'll get it. No, it's not down on the day. There's the 23rd, so it's still up on the day. But there was your exact 382 was the high this morning on the Apple. So those numbers work pretty well. Not all the time, but nothing works all the time, boys and girls. There's no question about that. All right, let's get this out of the way here, and we'll get out of this, and we have to check our good friend Tesla, and we'll move on to some things about foreign currencies that are very interesting to be watching. Folks, the one thing we are going to have is volatility. It's going to be like you're going to say, are you kidding me? You can see what's happening to some of these markets. So that's the main thing that we got to remember. There's our 30-minute on Tesla. Let's see. Oh, it's had a pretty good run up here the last couple of days. I haven't been following it too much. Oh, yes, I have. Oh, here's today's action right here. Today it opened lower. Let's see where it opened. Probably exactly at the old 382, considering everybody was wanting to buy something this morning. And there was the exact low right here. You think these guys don't know these numbers? Hello, operator. Of course they do. Look. Sorry, folks. Palo Verdes are almost in season. February's coming up. Here's the last 382 we had. And you can see it hit there 1, 2, 3 times within, well, this is a $200 stock. Well, at that time, this is not that. This is Taiwan Semiconductor. That's the one that the gentleman putting in think there's going to be a massive collapse in this stock. It isn't collapsing now. Now let's take a look at Tesla, and we'll see where we are here. Tesla's right here. And here's where we are, right there with the old Tesla. And okay, here's where we are. Today's action is down, actually. Here it is right here. There was yesterday, went up to the 61% retracement. Here's today's action. The high of the day today looks like it was probably, there was your low, there was your high. I don't know which came in first, so let's just refresh this just to be safe. Shouldn't say these things until I get, yeah, this was yesterday, and then this was the early morning high was right here. If we go down to an 8-minute, we'll probably be able to see a little better. It's probably a 382 retracement. That was it right there. So let's see how close. That was the open. You can see from the high yesterday, market opened just about exactly at the 382, and it's been selling off ever since. So that's what we're watching here so far today. All right, now we'll get this out of the way here, and I think that was the main things that I wanted to cover on that. And now we've got about a minute to go. Do one other is in the soybean meal. That has been a very explosive market to the upside, but we're getting to an area where it's going to run into a little trouble. Let's get this daily up first, and Evidently, the Chinese decided to come in and buy some of our soybeans. And as you can see, they're continuing to move higher. We're now above the 78% level. If we go down to a smaller time frame, you'll see that this thing just took off. Remember, we bought this down here at 290 and change, with a stop below, well, we were in the December, but that was at 288, and then these were the Marches when we made new lows right in here, and you can see the run up, and then we had some really nice 382s in here that were really nice. Now this one here, you can see this took a couple hours to fill, but there was your 382 here, and it's just still going up. There's not much here to tell you it's getting ready to turn, in my opinion, so we'll be right back. We're going to be talking about foreign currencies in depth, so stay with us.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, I have a human interest story you might be interested in. This is my birth chart. As you can see here, most of these things are on one side right in here. and most of these are related to being a slow learner. No, not really. I've done okay. Anyway, I was born on July 28th at 11:50. Someone's telling me there's something going on. Hold on a second here. Chart not showing. All right, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Let's just get up here and take a look at it. I'll tell you the story behind this. I had written the book, Astro Cycles, A Trader's Viewpoint, in 87, and I was invited in 88 to go to the Astro Conference in Las Vegas. Commander David Williams had endorsed my book, and it was selling quite well. It's the first astrology book that had been written in 25 years. Mine was related to the markets, and I went into the room, and they didn't have my name on this, but they had this chart up, and they were showing all these things, and people were clapping and saying, wow, 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 and then they put up my name, and I'm sitting in the back of the room, and I'm embarrassed as heck. I'm sitting next to Arch Crawford, who I had known about a year, and he was laughing because he knew it was my chart. I didn't. And then anyway, they were telling me, I still, folks, to this day, I do not understand any of this. I know this is Mars and Saturn and Uranus and Jupiter and Mercury and Pluto and all that, and the sun and stuff like that. But boy, I rely on people, that are a whole lot smarter than me. Bill Cerubi and Shane Smolian and Alfie Lavoie. All I do is just short-term trading. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm watching. This day today is a really big day. There's no question about it. I don't have the natal chart for this one, but it's very similar to the one that we were just talking about here on July the 5th of 1932. As far as the top in 1929 in the stock market, let's get this up here again and take a quick look at it. Now, remember now, on the Dow Jones now, we have made a head and shoulders, but instead of being at the 618, it's been at the 786, and we're one standard deviation there too. So there's where we are today. This is a big day. You decide what you want to do with it. I'm waiting. You can see that's what we're watching here. But at this point, there was nothing. There was a full moon 2 days later, back on September the 5th of 1929, and the market came down, took out the previous month's low, rallied up 7 days. Now we're in the 9th day today, and instead of the 618, we're at the 786, and I could be totally wrong. This I missed because this was that monster ABCD move on the January 13th low. A third grader could have seen that one, and I only went to the 5th grade. So we look at that, you'll see there it is right there. There's your A, B, C, D right there on January 3rd. And now, folks, the SPX, believe it or not, this SPX has made a new high. That so far it's only been by a little bit, but it has made a new high. I don't know what it's doing today, but it did make a new high, and I was shocked when I heard that. But that destroys the head and shoulders for this particular thing. But remember, the SPX is not the Dow. All we had back. Hold on just a second. This was the Dow, but all we had back in 1929 was the Dow Jones. We didn't have the S&P until in I think it was 48 or 50, something like 1948 to 1950 is when we had that. So that's what we're watching. Now let's get up here, do things you like to do, and that's to take a look at the foreign currencies. A lot of action today, folks. You'll see there's what the action we've had so far in the British pound. I sent this out last night. As you can see here, there was a 382 last night. I said there's nothing bearish about this market, folks. It's just backing off to the 382, and that's what it's done. That was a 382 off of the low back here. See, so this is really good, and it took 2 days to get there, 22nd and 23rd. So that's what we're looking. Now today we went up and we matched that high again. We haven't done anything to it, and if we look at this on a longer time frame, you'll see all it's doing is banging up against these numbers. Now there was your 382, but it's starting to move to the upside a little bit. Now this could be good for the U.S. dollar. All right, the next one we'll look at is the U.S. dollar. So we'll come over here and we'll pull up the U.S. dollar. I did this in a video this morning, so hope you'll get a chance to review it. There's the hourly for this. Now you can see the dollar started back down again. There's where we were. First of all, let's look at it on the daily, and you'll see where we are because it's a real critical level. There's the daily picture right here. You can see tremendous support right here. Now all we did this morning was rally this much. Okay, now we're looking off of these highs, so we're going to go to an hourly chart. and see if we hit a 382 on that. So here's the hourly chart that we're looking at, and we want to go back to that high that we made after the swing, which was right there. Okay, that was the last big swing on the 19th. So if you go back, remember, see how it took 3 days to get there? That's why it's a good cycle high to look at. And today's high, there it is, right at 382, just a little tiny bit above it. But there's the 50%, so it was only there for a second. And now we're coming down to the real serious support, because if it doesn't hold here, we're going lower, and that means you're going to get down into that 107 level even instead of 107.81, but it's still a bit early. Now remember, the reverse of the dollar index is the euro. So let's take a quick look here, if there is such a thing as a quick look on the euro. Where are you, euro? Come on. I had it here. You know what's happened, folks? I better pull it up again, because I must have pulled it out when I was looking at something else. Get it. There it is right here. And the euro's starting to bounce back up again. Now, I did the 382 in the video, but it didn't make the 382, so it was more bullish. You see how on the pullback right here, it didn't make the 382, and it made it on this one because we were watching that. I marked it, and I hope it went right to it, I believe. Well, we went to halfway between the three. Well, it came closer to the 50%, but it's held up. See, this is why it's at such a critical level right now. Remember, this has taken how many days now? We've been up here. This is 1, 2, 3. We're in the fourth day, from the 21st to the 24th. There's a possibility, and I'm saying this looking at it right now, there's a possibility we've got a head and shoulders right here. Now, remember, this is an hourly chart. Let's just blow it up, because this is what the work of Dr. Andrew Lowe was. There it is. There's your left shoulder. Right here, there's your right shoulder. Just, you can see it's hanging around there. Let's see if there's any symmetry in the cycle high. There's the high right here. And well, it depends on which one you take. Let's go backwards. That's what we'll do. We'll go backwards, and we'll just hit this one right here, and we'll see if we line up. And there's your high, and there's the other one, would be right about there. So it's off by a little bit, but really close enough, because there's your left shoulder, head right here, right shoulder. And so far, you know, you're talking 20 pips or so, but that might be it. We don't know. And remember, when you're trading currencies, these are trillion-dollar markets, folks. They trade so many times more than stocks and bonds, you can't believe it. That's why the Fed and all these other people don't get in there and play with it very much, because they're playing with real serious money at that time. And that's why you got to pay attention. So let's take a break here, okay? 877-927-6648.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
People ask where I get this astro stuff. This is Llewellyn's astrological calendar, okay? And all I do is I go to January, and you'll notice here I'm watching this, and if you'll notice here, on January 23rd, you see how many things are happening right there? Frank Tauscher, you can see there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 things happening that day. That was what Frank Tauscher called the P-index. When all these aspects came together, it's basically a standard deviation of how many aspects occur at any one time. And he was, without doubt, the best trader that I ever met, period. Of course, I know Tom Hugard. Tom's probably made more money than I don't know about that. Yeah, he has, than Frank Tauscher, but Frank was, man, he was good. We used to do these trading things, and he would use real money, and he was best. Let's look at Hong Kong. Notice Hong Kong, we have a beautiful ABCD pattern right there. You notice the rally, 8 days, stopped at the 61% retracement. This is not acting too good considering what the rest of the world is doing. Now here is the emerging markets. They're doing a tiny bit better, but still in a really big downtrend. Here's been the rally here since the 13th. That was the big low, and we are above the 382 right now. We're approaching the 50% level, and we're still up today, and we'll see what it does today. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days up, so there's another one that makes it look really interesting here. So let's keep a close eye on that as we start to go through some of these things as we're looking at them right now. And now I want to get back to something that we all love. We'll get rid of the Hong Kong thing again, and I want to get back to talking about the Australian dollar and then also the Japanese yen. We'll go up here. We'll do the Canadian too, because we might be acquisitioning Canada here pretty soon. See, we made the 382 here, and it's always down. Look at this, folks. We've been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. We've gone nowhere. The first thing I would do would be to go to a 4-hour chart. Look at that. This is nothing. This market is just looks like it is ready to come back down again. There's your high right back here. Okay, you pull it down. Look at today's low or today's high. Exactly. Well, not quite because I didn't draw it right. But let's just try one more time. Give me one more time to do it. There's your high and there's your low, and there's your 382. Almost. Well, the difference here is only. Well, it's 50 pips, so that's quite a bit. But if you sold it here, your stop would have to be above here, and now it's working pretty good. But the fact that it's been here for, look at this, folks, 8 days it's been in this area. It'd been nice if this would have been an ABCD, but it's not, so you can't call it that. This is just a 50% retracement. 382 with this wide bar like this, you got to be really careful, but you still sell it, put your stop above here. Now, if you'd done that, you would have had about a 40-50 pip rally on what you're looking at right now. So let's get rid of that, and let's take a look at the Canadian dollar, because that's right underneath on top. And this is one we're going to be watching. And this has been a real wild one, folks. As you can see, there's our big move we had on the upside. Now look what's happened. We came down, we stopped exactly at the 382. So something is, look at this, folks, how many days we've been here now. We've been here almost a month. Actually, we've been here a month. Yeah, it sure has. And so there's a little 5 weeks. So there's where we are right now over the last few days. So what you want to do is there's your 382, okay? Then you rallied up and made a new high, okay? Now you've come down. So the first thing you want to do is go to the hourly chart, and I'll bet you a nickel to a donut it's making a Gartley. Not quite, but it's getting trying. There's the move up, then it comes down. What I was expecting to see, hasn't done that yet, but after we came down, I wanted to see an ABCD Gartley to the upside, but it's not doing that as of yet. What I'd like to see, being this the high, and then we come down like this, if it could do a pattern like this, and we'll watch this the next day or two because it's certainly possible to do this, come right back up into this area, right about here, 618. There's your A, B, C, D pattern right up here. That's up here at the 144, so it'd have to go about 100 pips. And it'll take some type of a news item to probably do it. So that's it. Now, the key here is if we take out this 78% level right here, there it is right there. We hit it 1, 2, took it out for a heartbeat, then went back up. Now we're testing it again. But we start taking this out, we're looking at a pretty good significant correction here in the U.S. dollar versus the Canadian, because this is the U.S. dollar versus Canadian as we look at this. Now we need to look at the Australian dollar for our good friend Jim Bartolioni. That's up here near the top. There it is right there. Of course, he's been bullish this for quite some time, right on target, and we've talked about that before. And there it is again right now. It's back to the same high that it's been at for 3 days in a row. We'll just get this up so we can see it just a little clearer. Right here, and there's where we are right there. There it is right there, right at the 382. We've been here 3 days, so go to it hourly, and you'll see how we're banging up against those highs, and there we are. Bang 1, bang 2, bang 3, and that's why it's going to be interesting at this level. As we look at it just a tiny bit closer over the last few days, get this out of the way. Take the clear one. This is real easy to see because this is where people will be talking about the breakout. If it does this, you'll see you'll be right in that zone right there. They'll say it's breaking out. So all we've done now, well, look, we took out the high of the 20th, we took out the high of the 21st, and we took out the high of the 23rd, and it hasn't gone anywhere. Now, this is not a good 3-drive pattern. See, there's no symmetry here at all. See, it's a 3-drive pattern. It looks, it's like that crude oil. You got to see 3 really nice drives. We're not seeing that here. And so you have to. It could get there easy, but you took it out. You took out the highs of the last 3 days, but we didn't go anywhere. A little pullback here was basically nothing. So, still looks bullish, but it's got a possibility here that this could be it because this is on the daily chart right at the flat out 382, measuring from the high back here, which was an 8-day rally, pulling it down, and there it is right there, still sitting there, 6291. Where's it trading? 6289. Can't be more clear than that, is my guess. So, all right, let's get this out of the way here and see what else we've got. That's basically covered the currencies. Let's get this out of the way. And I think those are the gold. We want to get back to the gold here to get some upside problems on this. Had a nice ABCD to the downside. Looks like, let's clean this out so we can see it. There was a 382 last night. I sent this out before this happened. I sent it out about 1 o'clock in the morning. It was happening right before, so it had but you got it by the time because they go out instantaneously now, and you'll be able to see that. And then we had the ABCD to the downside, and I believe it was the big one. Let's just double check. I think that's what I measured it at. Let's see where it was. Nope, it was off of this one right here. Oh, it was at 48. That's right. Hold on just a second. I'll get that right here. There's the AB, because I said it was going to be bottoming right there, right around that 48 level. It went to 42, and then it had the nice run up, and the nice run up stopped. Looks like at the exact 786 to the tick. How do these guys know these numbers? I don't know. Boy, they must be pretty excited when they see these things happening. But that's what we're paying attention to here this morning. I think we've got the clock on the wall. Let's just double check. I didn't have the clock on the wall in the wall today. We'll take a quick look. And we'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, here's one reason why you don't want to be worried about what the stock market's going to be doing. Let's say it goes up forever, and it might. What you want to do is watch for the first ABCD pattern on the downside. If you're looking at the Russell here on, let's say, a 13-minute chart, there was a ABCD pattern right here. There's your retracement level right here this morning. So if you went from your low up to your high, probably stopped, it stopped exactly at the 50% level right here. It's either 382 or 50%, and it has a pretty good move to the upside. So that's all you have to do. Now, if the market does break, and I'm not sure that it will, the easiest thing to do is just like in the NASDAQ yesterday. Where is that puppy over here? It is right here. In the yesterday in the NASDAQ, while that high was being made, if you remember, there it is right here. Let's go with a 13 minute from yesterday. There's what we want to see. After that high was made, we waited for the first 382. We were on the air when that happened, folks. There it was right there. That took a half an hour, 40 minutes, 39 minutes to make that rally. And all I said, we were doing it, if you remember, and then I had the limit minder set that when it kicked out this low, and then we had this one right here. This is where we were right on the show yesterday. As you can see, there's your A, B, C, D pattern right here. And then boom, down she came. There was a 4 o'clock time frame. And that's what we were paying attention to. So you're going to get a lot of those. So don't worry about them. They're going to be there and you won't have to do anything. But this is acting bearish. Now remember, this was the one that led the whole bull market for all the way. And as you can see here, we had a little low right here, and a move came up. We went to about the 50%. I know we went above the 382 because that was just about right there earlier in the morning. Yeah, there it was. Well, no, it actually went. There's where the first 382 was. That was a quick jab getting stops or something, and then it dropped almost 70 points, and now here's where we are right now, below the 382 actually. Hey, let's take a break. How about seeing you tomorrow after the live trading? Try to join us. We'll make a few bucks. 877-927-6648. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude.